Okay, so you guys are frozen still, standing right where you guys fell down. Gary's quivering a little bit, and he's just kind of like speaking about. You don't think they mean us, do you? Yes, we mean you, Gary.
Gary, do you think they mean us?
Well, they just said my name. Blast it. I think they
Do
mean
something,
us.
Gary.
Jeez, Gary.
We send Gary out. I just give him a shove.
He kind of like stumbles a little bit. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit about me. My name is Gary, and some people buy beats from me, some people don't. It's up to you. It's just enough talking, Gary. We know who you are. How about the rest of you come out now? And you hear a snap, and the whole room ignites with torches, and everything is lit up. It's lit down here.
It's lit.
All right, I'm coming out. Say, you guys do not want to do this.
And as you come out, you see these three figures standing. They have purple robes, and they have jack-o'-lanterns on their heads. And so they're like masks, but they're straight-up pumpkins that have been carved.
Cool. Do they have to replace those like every other week?
Probably.
I'll
And
smash your pumpkin.
one of them is super short, and then the other two look about the same height. But they're all in the same. They look exactly the same.
Do we recognize any of the voices?
Give me a perception check.
And while he does that, I burst out in laughter at the sight of these guys. I'm just standing there in my electric blue with gold paisley coat
With your ruffles.
and my gold
penny
leather
loafers
boots,
and your...
and I am just laughing at these guys.
And I'm
looking so stupid.
Well, that was a 10.
A 10. You think you recognize one of the voices, but you're not quite sure who it is.
It's Greg.
And so,
Oh, look at that little smile over
and so
there.
you don't really know, you don't know who it is. You can't catch on the voice, but it sounds a little bit familiar. And they go, "Looks like you guys stumbled into something you didn't mean to, unless you guys have come here to be sacrificed to the Pumpkin King, the Pumpkin."
Nah, we were just trying to find our way around, the murder mystery.
Oh,
We
well,
stumbled
you
into
found the
room.
final clue.
You guys shouldn't have made
Already?
it so obvious.
Yes. Congratulations, you've won.
Cool.
You all are now going to die.
Oh,
Let's roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so
Great.
ready. I'm so excited.
That makes one of us.
20 for me.
19.
7.
Come on, Squibber. You're trash. You're not a very
Alright,
good
at this
fighter.
point, I unwrap my little wraps and my gauntlets are ready to go.
And I straighten my sock.
So I look more like a
Can't have
panda.
wrinkles. Dude, straight up.
What'd you get for initiative?
20 for me.
I got 19.
7.
Nice. Okay.
Ready to go, Blake.
All right. So, how this is, the three of them are kind of standing directly in front of the Pumpkin, and one of them shoulders off his robe, and he is just wearing this mask, this pumpkin mask now, and he's in mail armor, and he's got a long sword that he draws from his belt. The other one brushes off, same thing, rolls his shoulders back, and his robe falls to the ground. He's completely shirtless, but he pulls out a bow staff from behind his back.
Oh, okay.
And the other one raises his hands and kind of like gestures them towards you as like readying a spell.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with you, Gunhild.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to unsheath my rapier cane, and I'm going to give it to Gary.
You don't understand. I haven't fought in years.
You need this. You're going to need this,
What am
Gary.
I going to do with a cane?
It's a sword.
He
Isn't
achieved
this
it.
fancy?
Did this come from Ruth?
He branders it a little bit and does a little through the air and goes, "Back off. It is I, Gary, of the Butcher."
He knows how to work a sword.
And he knows how to make a mean chicken/egg salad.
He'll cut your meat.
And you can tell a little bit that his like knees are shaking a little bit, and his voice is like trembling. Be aware.
Don't lock your knees, you'll pass out.
So you toss in the
Okay.
shell, and then what do you do?
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I noticed Gary doesn't really have much. He probably has a spoon that he was eating his egg salad with.
He does have a spoon. A spoon
Okay.
and a bowl.
Perfect.
Wait, he
So-
kept it through that slide?
He was very protective of the salad.
So what I'm going to do is as I
Usually
unsheath
stressed.
my rapier cane, I'm going to give it to Gary.
He was eating before.
What am I
person
going to do with the cane?
It's a sword, Gary.
I tried to help him. Give him the benefit
Starts
of the doubt.
slashing it through the air and goes, back off.
Don't fuck with me.
I won't hesitate, bitch.
I have the power of God and anime on my side. Ah!
I won't hesitate, bitch.
His knees start quivering a little bit, and as he's like brandishing it around, and he pees a little bit, but it's a little dark, so you can't really notice. Then what do you do as soon as you hand it off to?
Okay, so
Gary?
I'm going to barrel straight into the guy with the long sword.
Okay. So what are you going to do?
So I'm going to use my claws, and I'm just going to claw his throat.
Okay, so
I go
Going
hard.
bug wild.
okay, go ahead and give me a D20 to hit.
Ooh, that is ugly. Let's see. Where is that? Okay, pause. I forgot. Okay.
So strength plus proficiency.
Okay. 15.
15. So you bring your claws right across his throat to slash him. He just takes a step back, and you just totally miss through the air.
Oh,
He kind
Damn.
of smirks at you a little bit and goes, "Is that the best you got? I thought you were the best torturer in all the town."
You won't
What's-
like me when I'm angry.
Oh, yeah? We'll see. And that goes ahead and brings us
so
to Gendrick. What are you going to do after Gunhild misses?
I notice Gary's a little shaky, so I give him some bardic inspiration.
How do you do it?
I gotta roll d6 for.
No, you gotta sing a song.
You gotta...
Yeah.
You gotta,
You
give him
gotta
some
give him
bardic
some
I
inspiration.
I will sing to him, but the d6 is also.
Okay, roll the d6 so he can add it to his next roll.
Oh,
6.
that's a 6.
Nice. So that's
Attaboy.
going to be a +6 for Gary.
And,
And-
to quote Ella Enchanted, sing.
So the song I got for Gary, I just pull out my pan flute, and it sounds all sensual, like some Barry White,
Some Kenny
Okay, cool.
Okay.
and I just start singing to him. Oh, Gary, I know you all shaky in the knees, baby, but you just gotta rise up to the occasion. Get that sword and thrust it on deep into their hearts.
He goes,
And that's
okay. He actually starts to calm down a little bit. He's like, yeah,
I've got this.
I got this. And so Gary's all
so
pumped
inspired.
up. He's very inspired by
Oddly
this.
aroused,
beautiful.
man. It's
Oh, beautiful. So right after Gendrick starts singing, the knight goes ahead and brings his sword right down, trying to slash you.
Perfect.
Um,
I'm so ready.
So that
Wait, who's
is
he
going
slashing?
to be...
Me.
okay.
Okay, whew, good.
Glad clarified that.
Oh heavens.
that is going to be 21.
Yeah. Yes. For sure. It hurts.
21.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay.
This is gonna
Okay.
hurt.
That's not
So
good.
as he brings it right down across your chest, that's going to do. Let's take a look, see what the damage is. Yeah, that's going to be a 13. 13 points
Yep,
of damage.
that hurt.
Yeah.
That didn't feel good.
Right after he brings his slash right across you, he actually shoulder checks you on the way back, stumbling you backwards. You don't fall. You're able to keep your balance, but you're pushed back like 10 feet.
Oh, that's 2 hits. This guy's gonna. He's
Oh.
gonna be. He's
Yeah,
making
he's
mistakes
like-
over
He
here.
goes, "Nah, I expected so much more from you. This is actually a disappointment.
I'm just chuckling. I'm just
No wonder you got all
Hit
the,
me.
No wonder you got all those scars. Couldn't protect yourself. You're such a pussy."
Oh.
You won't be able to speak very much when I rip your bottom, your lower jaw out of your skull.
Wow.
From that, it's the one who stands a little farther back who readied his hands. He goes ahead and actually starts chanting in a language that you don't understand. And
It's a pumpkin language.
it might be pumpkin language.
I forgot I have 2 attacks, by the way.
Can I comprehend language when it's not my turn? Or do I have to wait for it to
Yeah, you can do it right now if you want.
Alright, keep doing your thing. I'm going to
Okay.
figure out my shit.
No problem. And so this goes right for you, Squibbert.
Yep.
You see, after he starts chanting and spilling these words together, a frigid beam of blue and white light flies from his fingertips and it goes right towards you.
Oh no.
And so that's going to be, let's see, a 10. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
That does not hit. And it goes right across you. You're able to weave right out of it and it hits a coffin and just freezes it solid.
Yeah.
So that brings us next to the shirtless man. The shirtless man charges right towards you, Gunhild.
Is he the bow staff
I'm
dude?
so ready.
He's the bow staff man.
It's Leonardo
And
Leon.
he goes
It's a
ahead
Donatello.
and brings his staff right
It's
up.
Donatello.
That's going to be a 10.
No.
And he misses, just barely missing right under your chin. But they are both pretty close in combat with you. And that goes in and shoots us off to Squibbert. What are you doing?
What up? So Squibbert.
It does?
Squibbert. You know, okay. So how far away are all 3 of these people? Are they
So,
like within 10 feet of each other? Or?
the caster is
Wait,
like about 20 feet from them, and then the other 2 are about 5 feet away from each other, pretty in close combat with Gunhild.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cast Fireball,
Okay.
which does 8d6 within 10 feet radius. So I'm assuming it would only hit the caster.
Are you aiming for the caster?
Yes.
Yeah, so it'll only hit him if that's what you're going for.
Totally fine.
Okay.
And it's a dexterity saving throw, and he would need to beat a.
Yeah.
Oh, busted.
He would need to beat a 12.
A 12? Okay.
A 12 to take half damage.
Take half damage? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and roll first, see what happens here.
All right. I cast it. Whew.
Okay, so you cast it, go ahead and roll damage.
Boom.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my 8? There's my 8. Okay, I'll roll damage.
Okay.
Ooh. Actually, I fucked that one up again.
Okay.
1 sec.
Rolling dice is hard, man.
Dude, it's so hard. I've only been doing this for like 3 years. 2, 8, 9, 13, 19, 22, and 25.
Okay, so you hurl this massive fireball from your small body, which is intense,
Boom.
and it's flying
like a
straight
little baby
towards
Uchiha fireball.
this caster. But something happens that you weren't really expecting.
Sorry, what?
As this fireball is just about to collide with this caster, 6 vines from this pumpkin spring up and take the full blunt of it. And instead of like burning and causing severe damage to the pumpkin, you just see this fireball just shrink, and absorb into this pumpkin. And next thing you know,
dude.
the pumpkin shakes a little bit and grows 3 feet in each direction.
Stop. Stop.
No magic.
Stop.
You stand back, dude.
And
So
you see the
third level
caster
spells are too
cackle a
strong.
little bit and goes, "You're not gonna like this," and puts his hand right on the pumpkin. And you see that same frigid light go right into it, and it grows 4 more feet.
Guys have fucked up.
Oh,
Guys have fucked up.
that's not.
That brings
good.
us back to Gunhild.
Okay. So right now with my stress level, I'm pretty stressed,
I'm
and I
would
am.
imagine.
I need a paper
I am
bag.
just about to snap.
Oh no.
Okay.
Like Brittany level snap or like.
Right. I'm gonna snap.
He's gonna shake
I won't be able to contain what lingers
You
within.
don't have a BF.
Oh, I.
Oh, bitch fit. A bitch fit.
Okay. All right. So I am going to go back up to the guy with the mail, and I am going to claw at him twice more. I forgot I can attack twice, but you know.
Go ahead and roll for 1 right now.
Okay. 20.
20. So that hits.
21, not natural.
Okay.
Okay, so that...
Don't worry
8.
about my life,
8?
dude.
Okay.
11, sorry.
11. Okay. So you go ahead and bring your claws down. He's able to get out of the way just a little bit. You get his face right along like the pumpkin, and your claws dig in deep enough that you actually see blood oozing out of the holes that you made. And
I love it.
He kind of grunts a little bit and goes, "Now we're talking."
Pumpkin blood?
Okay, so I'm swinging again.
Okay, go ahead and swing again.
Pumpkin blood.
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 Okay, so that's a natural 16.
Okay, plus
That would put me at like 23.
23. Okay, cool.
Something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
that hits again. So go ahead and roll again.
Good
Okay.
boy.
Okay.
Rip his face off. Rip his face off.
Claudette. Shit.
8.
That's a 12.
Okay.
A 12.
Awesome. So that one, as he's kind of
20.
slouching down, you go for like an uppercut stroke, and you get his whole chest, and you just rip a hole right through some of his mail, and you
Yes.
see blood start coming down.
Ooh.
And so with that, he kind of takes a knee and goes, "Okay,
I see how it is.
now we're
I'm so
gonna play."
ready. I'm so
He
ready.
found the Crisco and
He
he's
goes
cooking.
ahead and he takes his sword and plunges it right into the ground in a flourishing movement. And the gem on the hilt starts to go blue.
Oh no.
And you see
Shit.
his two compadres fill with white light.
No.
And they stand up straighter. And this shirtless man steps right in front of you. And he's going to just punch you. But you step right out of the side of it. Like it was a very slow punch. But all of a sudden you feel the wind knocked out of you. Like this fist missed about 5 feet from you. And you just took a little step, but you felt like the full fist hit you in the stomach. So go ahead.
That is
Give
going
me
to cap out my strength, my stress.
Okay.
By the way.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Okay. So you are pushed back, but you're not. You didn't take flight or airborne, but you did take 12 points of damage from that.
Okay.
Ooh.
So what happens now that your stress is reached its peak?
Okay.
Yes.
Explain
So
this.
now,
That smile.
so now, so with the abomination, once your stress hits a certain level, you can't contain the beast within, which I chose to be a lichen, or a very large werewolf.
Okay.
If any of you have seen Van Helsing,
Oh,
that's that's what's going on right now.
Okay.
So right now, I just can't contain it anymore, and I just become enraged, and like I just start to grow, and then the skin splits and falls to my feet as I just rise up this huge, just a two-legged wolf being.
Can you
Oh, so-
differentiate friend from foe?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like
So
Waltz
we're
and
not
Brown.
just like screwed
Hulk.
in this basement.
You
It's kind of like
hear Gary go, "Is that on our team?"
He's good, right? Like,
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna get in there as soon as I can. But
oh, and then I just roar at these guys like
Can we hear it?
rawr.
so you
I'm
give
shaking my
out a
boots.
really
Ooh.
intimidating roar, and
Ooh.
the monk doesn't even flinch. He's just
Oh.
looking right at you and goes. He just
Shit.
nods. The caster looks a little bit shaken up, and so does the one with the sword taking a knee. But other than that, the one who's directly engaged in combat with you doesn't flinch. So with that, that's going to take us to the caster again. This time, it's directed at Gunhild.
Gunhild.
Oh, my apologies. I skipped you, Gendrick.
That's
You're-
why I asked. I was like,
It's
are you
your
sure?
It's your move. Now that after he's turned into a lichen, what do you do?
All right. Well, who's closest to me at this point?
You're standing right next to Gary, so you're outside of the fray.
All right.
So the closest one would be the shirtless man who's fighting Gunhild.
Does he notice me over there with Gary? Or is he
They're all aware of you. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't hide. You're just out there.
Well, I'm gonna charge in with my bracers, my gauntlets,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and punch the shirtless dude. Just straight try and punch his ribs together, double punch style.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a d20 to hit.
I would love to.
Hit or give a d20?
Both.
Ooh, clean.
Do I got any?
I take my sass back.
Plus proficiency plus strength. So just plus your strength.
Okay, that's
hits.
a 22.
22. Okay, so you bring your fists together, and like this is a ferocious hit that you're about to bring. But in a blink of the eye, he's not there anymore.
What shit?
He like shimmers his body, and then he's directly behind you.
You break
And
him.
your knuckles do come together, but you're a very strong person, and your gloves are so strong it didn't do anything.
Word.
But he comes right behind you, and an elbow comes right to your head. So I'm gonna let you do a Constitution saving throw for this.
All right, and that's still a D20.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining that Japanese meme where it's like, "Oido, shindari, nani, nani."
A 16.
Okay. Okay, so you are not knocked unconscious, but you're still going to take this blow to the head.
Just kind of like seeing stars.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
I mean,
So that's
yeah,
going to be
that's a boat in
18
the
points
brain.
of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
As it knocks you to the ground, but you're still consciousness. You see this shirtless man panting, though. He is worn out. And this does provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
Oh, I'm gonna rip him to freaking shreds.
I gave you an opening. Don't
Okay,
waste
so
it.
I'm going to turn and just like grab his shoulders and dig my claws deep into his joints and just bite him.
Okay, give me a d20. I'm going to say this is a grapple, so this is going to be a strength.
Okay.
Pure strength.
14.
14? Okay, and let's see here. Okay, so he's just nimble enough to get right past you. You do, as you're going to grab him, he sneaks past you by turning sideways and like does a little somersault to the ground. But you do rip him a little bit from the chest. So go ahead and roll, we'll say like 2d4.
Okay. All right. 2d4. 4. 2.
Awesome.
So 6.
And so he's got blood coming right down, and you're
You
kind
said, sorry, you said I scratched him?
yeah, you
Okay.
did. You did. But deep scratches, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like a little deep
Rawr.
scratch. But he was a little too quick to get caught like that, so. Okay, and so that brings us to the caster now, who he's going to actually make a move at you, Gendrick, finally joining the fray as you're on the ground.
Where's Gary?
He's still chilling.
Gary's chilling. He's trying. He's
was like
coming.
singing the
Don't you
damn
worry.
He hasn't
song.
done shit yet.
Don't you worry. You guys can always do a perception check to see what Gary's doing, but don't you? He's still
Just
very
Penis
much there.
pants.
I just don't want him to end up like Peter during that fight.
No, don't worry. No, I haven't forgotten about Peter. I haven't
You
forgotten
and
about
Gary.
Peter, or I haven't forgotten about Gary. But Gendrick, you see this caster raise his hand, and a black jet of beam just comes flying directly at you. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Bless.
That's an 8.
An 8? Okay, so that doesn't do it. So what happens is, from this, you're going to take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And you see, after the black jet of beam hits Gendrick, it then ricochets and flies into the one with the sword taking a knee and the monk. And you see their wounds starting to heal.
Took my life force.
And that,
gotta get
Squibbert,
these guys.
that is, you're up.
No magic.
Do something.
I think I might detect magic.
Okay. You can
No,
do multiple
I'm
things.
just kidding.
Hey, that's
Well,
a
you can
pretty
do that as
weak
a.
turn right there.
I think there's a magic carry.
You can do that as just like,
thing.
you're just kind of looking around as being a sorcerer.
It's just a doohickey.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to cast True Strike
Okay.
on Homeboy Abysmal here.
Oh, this is
Or Abomination, that's what it
Okay.
is.
This is
Abysmal.
going to hurt.
Works.
Abysmal. Right. I mean, it's an A. It was either that or Absinthe. I don't know.
Well,
So.
I guess they both will hurt you.
Yeah.
in
You
the
were
end,
closer
so.
the first time.
Just stop making jokes. All right, so I'm gonna cast True Strike off at you.
Okay, and what does True Strike do?
True Strike makes it an automatic net or an automatic 20.
Okay, so
To
it's a
their roll.
guaranteed hit. Okay.
Guaranteed absolute hit.
Okay.
But not critical. Just
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Just a guaranteed hit. Awesome.
And then with that, I'm gonna say, "Here, help!" And then
Listen.
and so then I give you the True Strike juice. I
All right.
juice you up,
Okay.
I'm working.
And
just so
so
you don't eat me.
from this, after you do that, you look right over to your right, and you see Gary just going like something's up with him. Like he's shaking and quivering, and his veins are popping. And then out of nowhere, his fist grows about like triple its size. So it now looks like a shield, and he just super quickly it expands. His whole arm flies and hits the caster straight in the face, and the caster goes flying.
He
hits
doesn't need
the-
a sword.
hits the pumpkin, and since the pumpkin is so protected, it like there's a force field behind it and a huge fist shield pressing against it. You heard a crack, and the caster falls limp on the ground.
Perfect.
And you see Gary fall to his knee and goes, "Oh, yep. I think I pulled a muscle, guys." One moment.
You should see the other guy.
And he's out for the rest of the
He
fight.
pulls out his egg cell and goes, "Don't let him get me. 1 second." And he starts eating.
Let him get.
He's like Popeye.
That's his antidote.
That's right.
And that Gunhild, that's back to you now.
Okay.
We
So
all
which one is closest to me?
The monk is well, the shirtless one, but I guess you guys know.
Oh, he's a monk. What?
He's about like 10 feet from you after like somersaulting out, and so Gendrick is like at your feet, laying on the ground, and then the knight or the guy with the sword is about a good 5 feet directly in front of you.
Okay. Is he still on one knee or is he?
I
up
know
now?
he stood up.
Okay, so I'm gonna go straight for him. I am going to grab him by the throat
Okay.
and just hoist him into the air. And then with my other hand, I'm going to use my ability Beast's Bile.
Okay.
Or it's poison spray. That's what it is.
Okay. So
Boy.
go ahead and let's try. We're gonna start with doing the grapple because I'm gonna still let you do poison spray. But let's see if you can pick him up.
That one's guaranteed.
Oh, is that where you're using
The True Strike?
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha. I totally spaced.
It was the
So-
next action, wasn't it? The next attacking ability.
Yeah. So you go and you pick him up and go ahead and roll for poison spray.
Okay. So, what is that? Dex?
For
The poison spray.
poison
Is
spray.
it ranged?
No. So you'll probably just roll the damage.
Okay,
for it.
so... Oh, I just roll straight damage. I
Yeah.
don't have to roll the hit?
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
you're
holding
holding
him
right
up
there.
there, so you just rolled the damage.
If
If
you
you
miss,
miss, you're a dummy.
Shoot.
You sneeze right at the same time and you spray it on Gendrick.
Just right at your feature.
Okay, so that's 20 damage.
Okay.
Poison damage.
Okay. So he is not looking too good. As soon as you release this poison spray on him, he wiggles free of your grip and falls to the ground. But he's just panting and looking rough.
Yeah, did the grapple and the poison spray count as both of my attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then from there, Gendrick, what are you doing? You're on the ground right now.
Is that guy that he just poison sprayed in the face, like, right by me?
Yeah, he's directly in front of you.
I'm gonna take both my daggers and just pop right in the head.
Okay.
Like a lobotomy.
Okay, so you're both on the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me a d20. You won't
Where did
have
you get
any
daggers?
modifiers.
I have 2 daggers and my knuckles. My daggers were in my little sash in the back.
2 daggies and some kanakis.
You forget my sequin pants, dude.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They were tucked in that little butt area because they're like the Justin Bieber cool looking pants. The one that looks like a
Ooh.
baby pooped his diaper.
The hammer pants?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there you go. My genie pants.
Mm.
Good job. Proud of you.
What was modifier again?
Strength
that'll
and
be strength.
proficiency.
Yeah.
That would be 14.
14. Okay, so you bring him up, and as you're both like laying on the ground in front of each other, you're not quite in reach. You thought your arms would reach him, but it's like you give him a little shave,
Tink.
and you cut like one whisker off of the pumpkin head. So, but
And they don't even
you're
have
just
hair.
out of reach. And so that brings us to this man right in front of you as well. What's going to happen is he brings his sword up from underneath him and kind of tosses it into the air. There's a dazzling white light that goes about you. And so everyone give me a dexterity save.
Come on, Squibby needs a new sock. Yeah, natural one.
Nice.
17.
13.
13.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
You guys got
So,
heft.
Gunhild, you're fine. You're able to avert your eyes, but you two are blinded.
Awesome.
And you can't really see what's going on. As Gunhild, as you look back down, you notice he's rolled away from you, and that's all he's done, and he's bleeding and vomiting over in the corner now.
Because you know.
Oh, he's so not gonna make it.
And that brings us to the caster. He looks directly at you and goes, "You stink, dog." And he claps his hands together, and a huge thunder wave erupts from his hands, and it propels towards you. You notice that he's like really looking bad. Like his shoulder is dislocated.
By that comment,
And, like,
he
his-
better be doing fast.
His you notice something's like poking out of like his side. He's not looking too good. But this is coming directly for you.
He's the one that got punched in the face, right?
Yeah.
Got crunched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to go ahead and as soon as I find it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
You are toast.
that is a 22.
22. Okay, so you pass. So
Constitution
you will
is
take
my-
half
my
damage.
shit.
For me, it's all about the dex and the charisma.
So you take 9 damage, but you are deafened.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
Deafened?
What?
Deaf.
What?
Come again?
Oh my gosh. Very, very
Got
funny.
him.
Very funny. And that now brings us to the shirtless one. As he's noticed, the pixie doesn't really knows what's going. He goes ahead and just brings his quarterstaff, his bow staff, right down on Squibbert. So he's gonna have advantage on you since you're blinded.
All right.
So let's see.
Blinded by fire and magic. You know what's up.
Okay, so that's not gonna do it. 10, right?
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me.
Okay.
You're not an abomination. You don't want to get hit.
15.
That does not hit.
Okay,
You
so
don't wanna get hit.
he barely misses you. You're just so small and limber. And then
dazed
Matt,
and
Just
it's
thrown
his
off
turn.
by a panda. A panda.
Squibbert, give me
Pixie.
we'll say wisdom saving throw to get out of this blindness. Does that make sense?
You gotta be smart.
I am
You're
wise.
so wise that you're
But
not
I'm
blind.
not blind.
So we'll say that
How
wisdom.
profound and totally not a cop out. Well, that's a 7.
A 7. You're still blind.
Damn.
But you can still take your turn, but you don't see any targets.
All right,
Shoot a fireball. Who
Just
knows where?
Fireball. Fireball.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Just hitting me and Braden. Son of a bitch. Just stop.
So what I'm gonna do with that is I'm actually going to use my pixie ability and turn invisible
Okay. Nice.
for 5 minutes.
Okay, so you just dang.
That's a long time.
Pop.
Invisible.
And just vanish. Awesome. So Gunhild, that brings it back to you.
Okay. So I am now focused on the spellcaster,
Okay.
and I am going to. How far away is he from me?
Like 15 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to get down on all fours, and just spring and pounce on him, and with a bite.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm ready. All right, that is a 3.
Okay.
I am
Mid
ready.
pounce, as you're coming up, he just you see 8 vines spring up from the ground and form like a ginormous cage around you, and you're about like 2 feet from the caster, and you can't reach him. You're stuck in this cage. You try biting, you try ripping apart, but it's the same thing as when you tried using the sword on it. This white mist prevents you from damaging it. And he starts laughing, goes, "Stupid dog," and he flicks you on the nose.
Oh my gosh. I'm pissed.
Gendrick, give me a wisdom saving throw to
Get out
not
my
be
blindness.
blind.
12.
12, that does it. Go ahead and your sight comes back to you, and you're laying on the floor. About 20 feet to your right, you see this man puking. His hat, he's taken off his pumpkin helmet, and there's just puke everywhere. But his black hair is in his face, so you can't really recognize him.
Kill the spellcaster.
The spellcaster is directly in front of this dog in a cage. And then
How good a vision do I
behind
have
you
on him?
is you see this shirtless man bearing down on Gary.
Gary's fine. Gary's disposable.
He's a goner.
So
He's disposable.
NPC.
Gary's got like that Venom type armor. It's just like,
Yeah.
just like at a little tendril arm.
I was thinking Mr. Fantastic.
Whatever. Either way.
Mr. Stretchy.
It works.
Mr. Stretchy Boy. How good of a view do I have on the spellcaster?
It's pretty obscured right now because Brayden Gunhild is directly in front of him, and there is this bunch of vines.
All right, I'm gonna knock my arrow and get ready for a shot.